Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. Christine Ludwig here from Christine Stamping Spot. Thanks for joining me on my Friday Live. I'm just going to double check that I am all connected. I hope I am. Yes, I think I am. Just give me one sec here. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just double checking that I'm live. I think I am. Sorry about that close-up. Yeah, sorry I missed you last week. My husband's been on vacation, so I took last Friday because I just wanted to spend some time, even though it is a staycation. We thought we would still try to do some fun things. So last Friday we had some plans, and today I thought I'd get on with you. So if you are new, please leave a note in the comments. Let me know where you're from. Always nice to see new people. Yeah, so we had a really good thunder shower go through here this morning, even with lightning and everything, and it poured for a little bit, but now it's stopped. It's still cloudy, but we're hoping that that will be it for the rain. And the mosquitoes, oh my gosh. I don't know about you guys where you live, but with this rain that we've had all of June and now, the bit that we've had in July, they are crazy, just crazy. And I know a lot of the repellents and things are sold out in the stores. So, it's one of those, go out into your gardens if you dare kind of thing, or mow your lawn if you dare, because they are swarming and teeming everywhere. So on that note, you might have seen my post yesterday announcing a new product launch for Stampin' Up, and it is the new hot foil system. So I just recently got mine, and I've just started playing with it. So I thought we would try to see what we can do with it today and give you a little peek at what it is, what it's all about, what it does, what comes with it. And we can talk a little bit about that. Truly, truly amazing, I have to say. It is not, from what I understand, the only hot foil system out there, but this particular one is exclusive to Stampin' Up. So it is a line that I believe, and I have understood, that is going to still expand going into the future. So they will be adding more dies, different colors of foil that we can use, and probably releasing some of this. I'm guessing, don't quote me, but I'm guessing, some stuff will be maybe released in our new fall catalog, maybe some in some online exclusives. I don't know, but given that Christmas is coming up, I'm guessing there might be some red and green foil in our future. So I don't know for sure, but I think, this does take your cards to an all new level. And it is a great new product that I hope you'll enjoy. I mean, I know the price point isn't for everyone, but I did post a brochure yesterday, the brochure on the system, and it does have all the pricing and what is currently available in the line. So it'll show you this, the dies. Some are bundles, some are just regular dies and stamp sets that are part of a bundle. And just what the pricing all is in Canadian dollars. So if you're interested in looking at that, I posted that last night. So there should be a link that you can just click on and you'll see the brochure. Okay, so I'm going to flip my camera around and we are going to get started and take a look at this new system. Okay, so close your eyes for a sec. There we go. Okay. My table is a disaster, so please excuse that. And yes, we will see what we can show you here. Okay, I had a couple things going this morning, so I will share those in a bit. All right, so what is included in this system? So here we have our hot plate, so our hot foil platform, I guess you can call it, with a bunch of different buttons here. And then this is a silicone mat to put it on to just protect your surface, okay, because it does get hot. Caution, hot surface, don't touch, avoid contact. So you also get your power cord and your source, and this extra cord that you just pop in here. And I'm going to warm this up while we're chatting because it can take a little bit to warm up initially, okay? So you're just going to plug this. I hope you can all see this. You're just going to plug that into the side, and all these lights come on briefly. So now this red light is going to flash, and once that goes, it'll beep, and once that goes solid, we can start to form our sandwich, as it's called, with our die and our foil and everything. Okay, so then you also get, while that's heating, you also get this silicone mat where you can transfer your hot dies onto after, and you have this little, what do they call it? It's a pickup tool basically. So it picks up the magnet, and then you can transfer it and just press the button and it drops, so you're not touching a hot die, okay? And then you also have this shim, which I'll show you as we make our sandwich, and our platform that will go on top, okay? So that is essentially what you get in a box when you order the hot foil system, okay? So the other thing to keep in mind is that it works with our larger cut and emboss machine. So if you do not have that, it will not work with the old Big Shot. And I'll show you what I mean by that when we get to that point. But the reason, from what I understand, is that the spacing on the base of the Big Shot is not wide enough to fit this platform, from what I understand, okay? So that is one little drawback. I know we haven't sold the old Big Shot for quite a while, but I know there's many of us that still have it and still like to use it, okay? So just a heads up about that. And then our foil. So right now we have 3 colors of foil available. We have gold, light pink, and silver, okay? And they come in a box, and you get 2 rolls in one box. This is what one roll looks like. It's, according to the measurements, about 5 inches wide and 5 yards long. So you get 5 yards on one roll, and you get 2 rolls in a box. Okay, so this is the gold right here, if you can see that. Okay, and this is the silver. I didn't open this one yet. And then our light pink right here. Now this cuts so easy just in your paper trimmer, okay? You just cut it to size. Okay, so our light is still flat. Oh, there it beeped. So now we're ready to make our sandwich. So the die I'm going to use for today is the Garden Silhouette hot foil die. This is what it looks like, okay? So it's basically a large background die. And so what we're going to do, we have to make our sandwich, and then it has to heat up again. So you're going to place your die with the detailed side up, okay? And we are going to use gold foil for our project. So you're going to put the foil shiny side down on top of your die. Okay, so kind of like they're kissing each other. And then you're going to put your shim on top, and then your cutting plate on top. And then you're going to give the white button a press, and this yellow light is going to start flashing. Once that turns green, it will have done its magic, and then we have to run it through our cut and emboss machine. So we're going to let that heat up for just a sec. I think it takes about, initially when you first plug in your system, I think it could take about 5 to 6 minutes for it to be ready, okay? Then you lay down your sandwich of what you want to do with whatever your dies and foil. And then once you press that button, I think it can take about another minute and a half for that to work. And then you can leave it plugged in, other than, when you have to run it through the die cutting machine. But then you can always replug it in and keep it hot, okay? And it should stay hot for about 10-15 minutes if it's not in use. And if it's not in use after that time, it shuts off just as a power saver, and so you don't burn yourself, okay? All right, so for the dies, I showed you that one, but I want to show you the difference between the dies and die cuts, okay? So this is another one, Butterfly Flight. Okay, so on the packaging, this gold image is the hot foil image. These are the die cuts, okay? Oh, we are ready to go. That's because I had preheated it earlier. We'll get back to that. Okay, so I'm going to bring up my die cutting machine. Okay. Now what we're going to do is unplug this because we have to put this through our die cutting machine. So we're going to take off this. Oh, no, we're not. Sorry. Oh, I messed that up. Darn it. Okay, let's put this back on. We'll see if this still works. Sorry. What was I doing? Okay, it's still hot. I think it'll still be fine. Don't do what I just did. You're going to take your whole platform, okay, and you're going to put it into your die cutting machine, and you're going to roll it through. You don't need any other platforms or cutting blades or cutting pads. You're going to roll really, really, really slow. Okay, so hopefully this isn't going to mess up, but if it does, we'll just do it again. Okay, so then I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to put it back on this silicone pad, and then we'll take this off and see what happens. Okay, I don't know if this will be enough, but I'm going to peel. Oh my gosh, you know what I forgot to do? That is so funny. You can tell how new I am at this. I forgot to put my cardstock on. How do you like that? Oh my gosh, guys. This is what it would look like on my cardstock. So now I have to scrape all this off later, but that's okay. It does not harm it. We can still run it through. Oh my goodness. You can tell I'm new at this, right? Okay, let me take this off. And this is why we play with this first. So I'm going to cut another piece of foil. Oh, I'm sorry. This is how new I am to this. Let me just cut another piece of foil and we can redo this. So while I do that, I'm going to plug this back in. Let it reheat. Okay. So once that gets red, we can build our sandwich. So it shouldn't take too long, I hope. So let me get this foil in. My paper trimmer, this just takes a little bit of finagling to get in here. Okay, so I'm going to cut it about, let's do about 6 inches wide. Okay, and if it's a little bit big, that's fine. So we'll wait for that, and then we are going to redo this. Oh my gosh. There is a way to get this off. I will have to look into that, but I know there is a way that you can remove it, but it does not affect Oh, what a pretty little plate now, right? Oh my gosh. Ah. Okay, yeah, there is a way because you can get some spillage of foil around here, right? So there is a way that you can either use an eraser or something. I will check into that, but I'm sure this will come off. And it does even peel off once it's cooled. Okay, so let's just wait for that to heat up again. Thank you for sticking by me and being patient. Yes. Do any of you have the system yet? That's what I'm wondering. Do you? I'm curious if you have it. Let me know. I would be really curious to know. Okay, we're just waiting for that. Follow the instructions. I know, Marlene. How crazy. Okay, so now we're ready. I should have just looked at the instructions. You're right, Marlene. Okay, so I'm going to pick this up and put it on our plate. Now, I'm going to put my foil on, like so. Like so. Then I'm going to use a piece for our project of Pretty Peacock cardstock. And we will talk about cardstock in a little bit. I'm going to put that on. Then we're going to put our shim on, our really pretty decorated shim now, and our cutting pad. Press our button and let that heat up. Now I'm pretty confident I did it right. Okay, so while that's doing that, again, these are the dies. So I don't know if you can tell, the hot foil one is a little bit more of a matte finish on the die, okay? And our regular die cuts are a little bit shinier. Now you cannot use die cuts on the hot foil system, only these, okay? So just keep that in mind. And so for example, these would be all the die images. This is the hot foil image right here, okay? So that's how you would tell them apart. And with this particular one, you also get some masks, which is really cool. And so you can decorate and color in your butterflies. So that is a project possibly for Monday's Mystery Monday video. We shall see. Hopefully I won't make the same mistake, right? Oh my goodness, people, I'm sorry. Oh, someone's playing ball hockey. Okay, Janet. We'll see you later. Okay. It is now finished. So, let's take off. Oh, let's unplug this first. Okay, I'm gonna make some room. Bring my die cutting machine back. And let's take this off. Okay, we'll take the pad off. After we run it through our die cut. Okay, so we're gonna lift this up, put it in our die cutting machine. Okay, I promise, next time I do this, this is gonna go way better. This is a newbie, so you're gonna go very, very slow. That is the trick to getting it to transfer, you know, quite nicely. Okay, I know there's that creaking sound, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. So let's see if I had success this time. Okay, there we are. I'm gonna take this off, put it there. Let me just move this out of the way. Okay, Okay, and I'll move this out of the way. And let's see what we have. So I'm just going to peel this off, and there we go. This is what should have happened the first time. What do you think? Is that not just the most beautiful thing ever? Look at. And you can try this on different colors, okay? Now, I've heard do not throw away this sheet because there is a way to transfer the negative image, okay? I'm still learning how to do that, so hopefully in a future video I can show you. There is some talk about another plate coming out that might help with that process, but a way to get that negative image off of your foils so you're getting basically maybe 2 cards out of 1. Okay, I'm just going to bring my plate back because now we have to make a project. So what are we going to do? Okay. Love it. Okay, so when I was talking about cardstock, the general opinion, well, I'm not going to say opinion, but the general, oh, I'm talking to myself. What am I doing here? What Stampin' Up! Has recommended is that you use 2-tone cardstock or 12 by 12 because it's less porous than our cardstock, and it just transfers a bit better. However, this Pretty Peacock is our regular cardstock, okay? And I think it came out really nice too. So feel free to experiment with different colors of cardstock. When it comes to white, they've suggested the White Willow, the 12 by 12, but I'm thinking it would probably work on our basic white too. No guarantee, but you could try, okay? You could experiment. You may get a little bit of a distressed look sometimes, but I think this looks really good, just like it is, okay? Now, I wanted to show you, I did one on 2-tone cardstock, and I did it on red. Okay, so this is the light on the back and the dark red on the front. What do you think of the red? I think that's very beautiful too. Okay, so that's also with the gold foil. And then the butterflies, I just want to show you, I did with the light pink foil on the White Willow. Okay, so can you see that shimmer there? So this is where you can use those masks that I initially showed you. So you would layer them and use probably three or so coordinating colors, and you would color in your butterflies, and then you can use the die. I mean, you could leave it like this too on your cardstock, but these are the dies, okay? So, or the masks, and then you would cut them out with this large die, okay? And then you would get all these separate butterflies that you can put on a project, okay? So I think these butterflies are gorgeous. I think they're just really, really pretty, okay? The pink, I think that's really nice. And it doesn't have to be on white. You could do pink on, you know, a different color as well. Like, just experiment. That's the joy of it, right? Okay, so now we are going to try to make our project. So what I'm going to use is another piece of Pretty Peacock as my base. I'm going to do Pretty Peacock on Pretty Peacock, okay? Because I think there's a lot of gold going on in here too. Okay, so this will be our base, and we're going to put this on top. So we have a little bit of that solid coming as a border. Okay, so this cardstock that I ran through the hot foil was 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, so do that here. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I know other demos have probably played with their system a little bit longer, so I apologize for my blunder there, but it will get better. The more you use it, the more natural it will be. Okay, so now on this project, I used, let me see here. I used the Simply Beautiful stamp set and dies. So I stamped this image here 3 times. Okay, I used Pretty Peacock on Pool Party, and then I cut it out with a corresponding die. Okay, so that's how I got the flowers. And then we have a because, and that came from the Words of Beauty here. And you can put together whatever phrase you like. So I used the solid die for the Pretty Peacock, and the detailed die, I put an adhesive sheet on some Pool Party and ran that through the die cut machine. Okay, and then the phrase I used was, I appreciate you, right here. And then cut that out. I stamped that again, Pretty Peacock on Pool Party, and then I just used the die in here to cut that out. Okay, so let's put our because on first. Love butterflies. They're so pretty. Hey, I know some people get tired of butterflies because we've had them for a while, but I don't know, with that foil, they really, pop, don't they? And they will look so different depending what sort of ink you decide to color them with. So could have some really gorgeous butterflies. You guys are going to start seeing way more samples now because the system is now live for customers. So you guys are welcome. If you're not a demonstrator, you can, this is your chance. You can now purchase it. As a demonstrator, we were fortunate that we were able to pre-order it. But I wasn't able to pre-order it till a little bit later, so that's why my learning curve was a little bit delayed. So I apologize for that. Okay, so I'm going to put the because on some dimensionals over here. And let's see, do I need minis? I'm at the edge of my word here, of my, oh my God, words are hard this morning. The edge of my dimensional sheet, but I'm still going to use these guys. Must be all the rain. It's getting to my brain. Oh, goodness. I just want summer. I just want some beautiful, beautiful weather. Might have to go away to get that, hey? All right, so you can put your because wherever, but because I have those flowers, I think I'll just put it just below center. Pop that up. And then because I appreciate you, I think I will pop that up as well. But I'm going to use some minis for this one. So it's not, well, I guess I could have used those edges too, but that's okay. We'll use these. Okay, so let's use those. And we'll put this underneath here, like so. And then our flowers. So I think I'll do them sort of in a cluster up here. So I think a couple I'm just going to put on flat. maybe just here. And put one on top of that. And then this one, I think we will pop with some dimensionals here. Okay, so it's all coming together like so. And last, I'm going to put a little bit of bling in the center. So I found these low profile dots. These are, I'm pretty sure, retired. Yeah, they retired in November. Oh my gosh, almost a year ago. So I think I'm going to put one in the center. Now they're two different sizes, but I think I'm going to use the larger one because this is a pretty large center right here. Oops. Oh, I hear somebody mowing or using their edger outside. They're brave. All those stinking mosquitoes. Oh, there. Okay, I think that's just to give the centers a little bit of a bling. They felt like they were missing something here. Let me just move this one over. I love that they're self-adhesive now. So there you go. And I did do one as a birthday as well. So because it's your birthday and because I appreciate you. So those are our first projects with the hot foil system. Yes. So I can't wait to see where this system goes. I think it's going to be a game changer in your projects. Nothing says you have to, you know, use it all the time. But if you want something a little more step up, shall I say, or a little more, quote, glamorous, or, you know, people aren't going to believe that you did this. I mean, it's kind of like another take on embossing, right? Without the mess. And I couldn't say how long hot foiling has been around. I was totally new to the concept. We kind of learned as demonstrators about this launch a few months ago, I think even as far as March, and it has been a really hard secret to keep. And so just super, super excited that it's now available for everyone. And yeah, I think it has a lot of potential, and especially with Christmas coming, oh my gosh, my brain is just spinning, thinking of possibly what they might launch and what demonstrators are going to come up with. So, all right, let me see if I can get my camera out of here. All right, so there you go. Okay, so what did you guys think of that? I think it's really amazing. And something new, which is nice too, right? I mean, we're always going to use our stamps and our dies and all of that. And that's, you know, how we started and how we're going to continue. But this is just another layer of something to add. Like when I go back, I've been doing this now. It was 20 years in June. I had my 20th anniversary. And when I look back on where we started to how far we've come with products and improvements and techniques, it just blows my mind, you know, when I look at some of the things we first created. Not that they weren't nice, like they were lovely. And, you know, people thought, wow, did you make that? But I mean, just some of the new products that have evolved over the years, and like we never had a die cutting machine when we started. We had embossing powder, I remember when I started, but just other things and the improvements, like even on the little embellishments, how they're self-adhesive now, you know, and we didn't have the choice of how many we have now. Like just all of that has just evolved so much. And I think Stampin' Up! Has invested in this system and are planning, you know, to expand it further, however they do that. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see where it's going to go. And I hope you guys are too. So again, I apologize. Oh, thank you for the happy anniversary. Again, I apologize for the mess that I did at the beginning. I can't believe I did that. I think because I didn't have that cardstock right in front of my nose. I had it off to the side, and I was kind of nervous doing this for the first time with all of you. So I apologize for that. But it did turn out in the end like it was supposed to. So, okay, everybody. I will post this on YouTube as well. If you'd ever like to revisit it or watch it later, whatever I'll post it on my Facebook page too, but it'll only stay there for 30 days, but it will be on YouTube as well. Okay, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you stay dry and stay away from those skeeters wherever you are, if you're in my neck of the woods. And yeah, we will see you next time. Okay, bye, everybody.